My name is Lisa Berg. I'm the Executive Director for the Hutchinson Center for the Arts. And so last year we developed the Wirt Award in honor of Tom Wirt, who was one of the founding members of the Hutchinson Center for the Arts. There's so many people to recognize that we're going to be doing this for years and years and years. So it's hard to pick just one person. So even through the first 2 years of the award, we get the depth of nominations is outstanding, and every single one of them is worthy. So it's really quite prestigious already in the first couple of years to be the recipient of the Wirt Award.
My name is Corey Stearns, and I've always been drawn to the arts. In receiving this award, it makes me humbled because I know Tom, and I was very proud to give that to him last year, and I'm very proud to receive it this year. Thank you. Tom is a genuine artist, a grateful man, a giving man, very humanitarian in the way he looks at life and how he can impact others.
My name is Luann Droskowski. I had the pleasure of working with Corey Stearns more than 10 years ago, and our activities or our work was centered around the infancy of Hutchinson Center for the Arts, which I'm going to refer to as HCA. Corey was on the founding board to help get the HCA off the ground and established and beginning to carry out its original concept for the organization.
The Art Center was first conceived in 2006 as a way to assist the existing art organizations in Hutchinson and the surrounding area by having an organization that could bring the various art organizations in the Hutchinson area together to share resources, lower operating costs, increase audiences and programming. One of our first meetings was out at the mall at a pizza place up in their balcony because we didn't have anywhere else to go, and we had like 15 people that wanted to be joining this new art center board, and so we had to find a big enough place to do that. And
Corey was involved in helping get HCA from a concept to an actual physical presence. And since that time, in the 10 years, we have moved twice. And Corey has been hands-on through this whole thing. He helped move, he helped restructure the premises that we occupied. He helped build walls, he helped build working desks and cabinets. And in a board meeting, he came up with this idea about these movable, portable walls. And we're like, I don't know if this is gonna work. But he said, trust me. And he started building on this. And we are using these walls today. And it is such an innovative, novel idea. These walls can show artwork on all four sides. They're narrow enough to stack and put against the wall if you don't need them. They serve as making a wall or a boundary, but they also have storage down the center of it. So a great idea. They're still in use. Thank you, Corey.
Art isn't a noun. Art's a verb. And so everything we do at the Art Center is activity. We're a verb. So we're not stagnant. So everything is just a chance for an experience. And Corey understands that art is a verb. I think that he's open. He's open to new ideas. He's open to new people. He's just open. And I think that that's one of the great things about the arts. And if you understand the arts, that you have to be open to receive them. One of the great projects we did several years ago is we made a tiny village. And so the kids got to be a part of building and constructing and designing their ideal community. And so what Corey did was brought in a whole bunch of boxes and made it possible for those kids to understand what it's like to work with materials and tools. That's a really important thing for a kid to be able to do. Kids often have to work little You know, they get a little piece of construction paper, they get a little thing to work with. And when you get a child the chance to work at the scale of their body or larger, things really ignite for them. And I think that Corey, as a maker himself, understands that. And so that's why those donations of cardboard are incredibly meaningful.
We did have a study done in 2017 led by Creative Minnesota. It was shown that the total spent on by nonprofit arts and culture organizations in Hutchinson was $1 million, and the total spent by arts and culture attendees was $1.2 million. That's a $2.2 million impact from participating organizations and their audiences in the Hutchinson area alone. Hutchinson's nonprofit arts and cultural organizations draw almost 62,000 attendees annually, which is quite impressive for a city that's Hutchinson's size.
The Art Center is a place to come and visit as a typical art center, community center where you can come and see an exhibit and take a class, catch a concert, see a play. But the other thing the Art Center does is we're a service organization. So we serve as essentially back of house for about 12 different partner organizations. So that means we do things like sell tickets for the theater company. We have the theater company does their show here. We have meeting spots. We serve as fiscal sponsors so that organizations can receive funding from foundations and donors. And so what that really allows those organizations that are all autonomous, separate from our own programming, and they have their own boards and volunteer board members, is that they can just focus on their skill. So they don't have to worry about having a place to have a meeting. They know it's here. Most of our groups don't have their own brick and mortar space, and they're really just allowed to focus on what they want to do best: perform plays, put on concerts, host a pottery festival, choir concerts, all of those things.
In the early 2000s, arts groups started forming from ideas that came out of the Blandon Leadership Program, Hutchinson Theater Program, River Song, Historic Hutch, the Public Arts Commission, Minnesota Pottery Festival, No Lines Improv, just to name a few. And just imagine in those 20 years, how far we can go in the next 20 years.